So what's next? What do you got going on, dude? What's happening? I know a little bit about it, but explain what this cool next entrepreneurial.
I've made my living
you have
and built what I built by finding niches in markets. I mean, markets that are wide open markets where people are hungry for the product, mostly media product, because that's really starting with that vacation format. And there's a massive, wide open market right now for news in the 18 to 34-year-old space. In other words, that 18 to 34-year-old demographic. Nobody's really serving them with news. And I don't mean news like Fox News or CNN or MSNBC. Those are great. They do what they do. They serve the audiences they serve, but they serve older audiences. Fox average age is 68. CNN is not much younger than that, shockingly, and then MSNBC has a relatively small audience except for a couple of their shows, and their audience is a little bit younger still, but it's still average age is over 50. So, but this 18 to 34-year-old crowd, so some are in college, some are well into their career, they've got this real appetite for news, but there's really nowhere to get it outside of Facebook and things like that. So when you see news with an edge, you see them running to it, flocking to it. For instance, Comedy Central, when Liz came up with Daily Show, people flocked to that. They love that kind of a thing, and John Oliver and different things like that. They all have kind of a left spin, of course, but people flock to that kind of a thing. But they really went to it because they wanted to know what exactly was going on and they wanted to be entertained. So nobody's doing a news format that's fully live. In other words, actual live, where you can be on your phone watching the newscast and actually FaceTime in, call your guests, do whatever, and have a fun, interesting discussion about the news. And it's a wide open market. You've got Vice News that's out there. Vice has a $5.7 billion valuation, if you can imagine that. But it's not live, and they do mostly documentary kind of stuff with their little daily things, but the daily things are, very left, very odd, awkward kind of things, and they have an okay audience. Then you've got BuzzFeed News and stuff like that, but nobody's doing it live and nobody's doing it where it's engaging. So we see a market out there that's just massive. I mean, it's just absolutely massive. And again, the way we were able to launch the Comedy Radio Network is we were able to program cheaper than anyone else. It would have taken, one of the presidents of programming for Clear Channel told me, had we launched that, literally we would have spent $100 million launching that. He said that we would have had to hire all these executives and use all the same vendors that we use, and he said it would have cost a fortune. Same with the vacation format. Had one of the bigger groups back then tried it, they would have had to, stacked full of executives and this report and that report and whatever. We were able to come in and just do it. Me and 5 or 6 guys.
And so this is your plan with your network.
Plan with the network.
What's it called, man? Come on. Are
you ready for it?
Yeah.
It's called Crave News.
Crave.
Because people crave, not rave news.
No.
Yeah, rave news is a whole nightclub thing.
Yeah,
Q's doing that one, I heard, so I'm going to stand. I don't want to compete with Q.
Man, I'm done with those days.
So Crave, what about you look at left, right, center? What do you
Here's the thing. I think in this day and age, for the 18 to 34-year-old crowd, with a few exceptions, I don't think that people look so much at right and left anymore, or conservative and liberal. Or I think they just want authenticity.
Right.
They want the truth. Now, in my opinion, the truth always tends to lean a little bit right because people who would be considered a little bit right tend to be more pragmatic. They're factual. They think with facts and numbers, and folks who tend to be further left, tend to be more feeling. And so this is a way to bring actual news, whether it be right, left, indifferent, whatever. It's a real voice of the truth. It's bringing the truth, but it's bringing it in funny. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's conversational, but it's the news headlines. And again, it's authentic.
So is it coming soon, or when is
it? It is. So we're
okay.
actually formatting it right now, which is exciting. Watching how the format's taking shape, and we'll launch probably in late November, and then be ready for prime time in late December, and then start really promoting it in January.